Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this Monday edition live from the heart of somewhere sunny and fun. The weather was nice today. I got to spend a day with my baby. It was our wedding anniversary, and we are spending the day together. And what a wonderful day to spend together. On April 13th, many years ago, me and my husband Skip decided to get married. I do think it was a friendship and that turned into endless love. And it's the greatest thing I ever did was saying yes to him and saying I do and spending every day from a very young age to where we are today. How are you guys doing? How was your weekend? I got a lot of things done. We went to the store today. I went in Target and I got some Javi, and that was like $50. And part of me feels like, do I need to buy more of it? I'm switching to the protein the Javi protein coffee, and I really think I'm going to like it, but they got some flavors that aren't available in the store but are available online, so I'm going to have to see what I got to do with that. But anyways, outside of that, I just feel like it was a great weekend. I got my hair and my nails done on Saturday, did a bunch of errands on Sunday, watched wrestling on Saturday and Sunday. TNA was on Saturday, AEW was on Sunday, so we spent a lot of the time doing shit earlier in the day, and we ordered food all weekend because we don't cook on the weekends. We basically don't really cook at all, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. It's 2026, and if you have access to all these delicious places to eat, and you can, like, split things and not cook every night, why the fuck would you want to? I just don't understand that, but it was a great weekend. It was a great day today. Happy to be here sharing the love and sharing the news of a wonderful weekend. The weather was kind of shitty. I also was wondering where the sun was or why it was so fucking cold. But who knows? But I actually enjoyed the weekend. I got to watch a bunch of shit I wanted to. And we caught up on all our shows, like 5,000 shows. And looking forward to adding more. I do think that, I don't know, Monday Night Raw needs to get his shit together. I watched like 2 hours of it tonight, and I just felt like, what the fuck am I watching? But I gotta tell you, I love wrestling. I love comic books. I love playing cards, and I love being a nerd. And I'm never gonna not love doing that. I love my comic book collection. I still have my magic cards from I don't know, fucking forever ago. I still have things that really matter and mean something to me. And I do love Vans, and I do love Converse, and I am going for the rocker girl mode look. That's kind of my vibe right now, so I'm trying to build on that as a style, and I don't even really know what I'm doing, but we'll get back into that at a later point in this conversation. I hope that you had a great weekend. You got to learn how to rest and do things at the same time. I still went to church on Sunday, even though we had choir off this week after we've been singing forever. And I'm glad that I did. It was good to hear the word of the Lord. The message from church was, it was a message about mercy and how God gives you mercy. And I think that that's definitely important. And I added another prayer to my regimen for Mark Wahlberg on Halo, and I absolutely loved it. I do Halo. I'm a member of Halo, and I got some family members to join it too, and it really did make a difference in my day today. And I look forward to all my prayers. I do about 5 to 6 prayers a day, and they really mean a lot, and it's a part of my regimen, and I hope every day I get stronger. What we learned in church was the idea that Thomas needed to see Jesus. He needed to feel his wounds, and he needed to know that he was on the cross, to know that he was actually there when Jesus returned back to those who followed him. Unlike the other disciples, Thomas didn't believe him when they told him that they saw him. But when Jesus came back the second time, he let Thomas feel it, and he said to him, you know, others will never see me and they'll always believe. And it just made me feel like, Unfortunately, I don't get to see Jesus, but I know he's real, and I know one day I will see him. And I just feel blessed to be a child of him, his love. And I just think that resonated with me to make sure this week is even better, knowing that God loves me and I don't have anything to worry about. I hope that message resonates with you, so you know that God loves you and you don't have anything to worry about. Let's get on with this conversation. Today is another day and another opportunity for us to recognize our star power, for us to reflect on where we've been and where we're going on our stardom journey, to learn to look in the mirror and love the reflection that we see. Yes, you can have a great day. Yes, you can try something new. Yes, you can be better than you were yesterday. You can change your mind and do things differently. You can decide to do one thing versus another. You can change your favorite color, change your hairstyle, change your best friend, change your relationship, or move somewhere new. Buy a new car, start a new job, change your major at school, or find a new fucking roommate. Maybe you could decide that you're sick of Adidas and you want to get, I don't know, some Chanel sneakers. Maybe you want to get some LeBrons. Maybe you're ready to upgrade your Nikes, or maybe you want to update that and get some new Jordans. Maybe you want to get some Louis Vuitton sneakers, right? Maybe you really want to upgrade your life. Whatever it is, upgrading your life, upgrading your sneakers, finding a new friend, changing your face routine, or ordering out more because you feel lazy like me. Every day is an opportunity for you to say to yourself, yes, you can. And following the idea of yes, you can is the idea of never giving up. Now, we all know life is difficult and bad things happen to good people. But regardless of the bad things happening to good people, you still have to fight and persevere through the difficulty. There are going to be demons attacking you in the sunlight and the darkness, people saying one thing and then doing another. And you have to be strong and you have to find your strength. That's a necessity. You literally got to find a way to get through difficulty by facing it, not allowing yourself to get caught up in shit. It's recognizing that even when you fight through it, you're not fighting by yourself. Things are probably not going to go the way you want them to. Something bad is probably going to happen. Even the worst thing you could ever imagine might happen when you least expect it to. But regardless of that, you still fight, because that's the only option. There are doctors and nurses and EMTs and firefighters and police officers and National Guard and the Marines and the Navy and the Air Force and so many countless others who fight for us to exist and be free all around the world in all different places you can imagine. We should thank these people and recognize that we are not alone in the eye of the storm. We always have someone beside us, even if you can't necessarily see us. That is the power of Jesus Christ, and that's the power of his light. So even when I want to give up, I know I can't. And I remember John Cena, and I remember him going to army bases, and I'm remembering what it sounds like. And I remember what it felt like showing up at some of his shows when I was younger and going to the matches, and what it meant to watch him as a kid. And that's why I added this in my podcast, to never give up, because he was completely right in everything he said, and that regiment stuck with me. So I hope you never give up either. Following the idea of never giving up, thank you, John Cena. Moving to the idea of why not today. Procrastination and indecisiveness don't help anybody. When you wait too long to make a decision, it almost certainly bites you in the ass. You can't take forever to tell somebody you love them. You can't take forever to decide you want to find a new job. You can't take forever to decide you want to do something differently, like you want to move. If you don't get things done and you don't set yourself a path, you don't organize your life, you don't plan out and make appointments, you don't become that person, life's going to smack you in the ass. If you keep waiting to make a decision and you're too scared and nervous to do anything, you're living in fear, you're never living. That's the idea of why not today. We can't stop, time, control it, or buy it. So we have to find a way to live in it. Me and Skip have this way of making jokes about rich people. Not because we want to insult them, but because we truly believe the people with the most money have no money. Because the one thing they can't buy is time. And the one thing they can't afford with all the things they have is that we spend our time doing the things we like. Making schedules or doing events or doing things that we like, whether it's Netflix and chilling or going out and playing mini golf or doing whatever the fuck it is. We plan things out so we live our life every day and we never regret anything. I know that's how I do it. Even when I don't necessarily want to do something like planning the dentist or the doctor or whatever the fuck it is, I still do it. Even if I have to do something I don't want, I still like to plan effectively. I understand if I don't get shit done, it never will get done. That's the idea of why not today. We cannot buy time, stop it, or control it. So we do have to live with it. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Quiet Place 5, and fucking Terminator 1, 2, and 3 should be a wake-up call for us to understand when this shit goes down, we're not going to be able to do anything. Don't you want to get all the necessary things you want to get done before you can't do it at all? That would be a thought for me. We already know that the fucking aliens probably really do exist. Don't we want to protect ourselves from invasion of the body snatchers? Don't we? That's the idea of why not today. But moving on from the mantra, let's get to the tea of the day. Sipping the tea, sipping the tea, sipping the tea for you and me, sipping the tea. So, I don't understand why people constantly get mad at others when they accomplish things. I've even heard it in my own family. Oh, you're coming across the wrong way. Stop shoving in everybody's face what you accomplished. And it's like, am I not supposed to be excited about the fact that I'm fucking smart? Am I not supposed to be excited about the fact that I got this really amazing opportunity to do this, whatever the fuck it was? Am I supposed to limit myself because I don't want to offend my family members or some fucking strangers? I've been hearing that forever. I personally don't understand it. I'm supposed to not be excited about being successful. Instead, I'm supposed to want to not be successful. So I'm supposed to hinder my success because of people's feelings. I do think we need to be more overconfident in ourselves, and we need to believe in ourselves more than ever in a world that wants to tell you that you don't matter because it wants you to pay all your attention to some shitty fucking celebrities. If you want to give your time to celebrities and you want to stay on fucking Instagram lives all day, I'm glad you have all that time. Some of us don't have 24 fucking hours to be on Instagram live or fucking TikTok nonstop all day watching fucking celebrities. So for us people that don't have time for that, I think if you graduate from college, whether it's your bachelor's or your master's degree, that's something to brag about. I think if you find a job, like a really great opportunity, that's something to be excited about. I think if you're having babies or you're getting married, that's something to be excited about. If you're moving, whether it's to a house or an apartment, be excited. You're getting a new car. You got a new refrigerator. Like, you started a podcast. You started writing a book. You wrote some poetry for the first time. Or you're doing some shit you've never done before. Or you're traveling to see a family member. Or you designed something. Or you created something. Or you wrote a fucking comic book. Whatever it is. You picked out a cool new nail design. Or you decided you want to write a video game with your boy. Or you got to a really high level of a video game where you beat everyone else and you have a ridiculously high score. These are things you should be excited about. You graduating from the army, right? You became a police officer. Some shit like that. Like something where you did something really big and you accomplished something really huge. That shouldn't be something where you hinder yourself. And even if it's not big, even if it's not one of those things, even if you just got through a Netflix show or you got through a day when you didn't think you were going to get through it, be overconfident in these moments.
just feeling. But he said I was ravenous. He said I was feeling because I was hungry.
I think that if you're not overconfident, you could be underconfident, and that's not good. So we need to reconsider how we find our confidence in ourselves. Instead of limiting it, we should probably give more. That's the tea for me. And by the way, the tea that we're drinking is herbal tea. Why not? Moving on from the tea, let's get to the main part of the conversation. Behind closed doors. It's probably something you'll never find, or something you probably didn't think you were going to see. Not everything is exactly how we think it should be. Honestly,
that's true. Shooting would eliminate the civil part of it, Jim. Definitely.
I think that everybody thinks everything is typically like evident or bright or something where you can see everything. And sometimes you want to pretend like you can see behind closed doors, but typically that's not something where you can see. Right? You're not going to know what's behind the door until you open it. So if you spend all this time wondering about the door, you're not going to know what's there until you open it and see what the fuck is there. Don't waste time. Get caught up with that time. Be careful what you wish for, because sometimes when you're wishing for something to go one way versus another, you're probably not going to get what you actually wanted. And all that glitters isn't gold, and everything is not greener on the other side. In fact, it's probably not. We need to find a way to be more humble with what we have and grateful for what we have been given and what we have accomplished. And whatever it is that you want to get next, you'll get there, but you got to get to it one step at a time. Instead of us just thinking everything is going to be perfect, if some step is skipped, we got to recognize we can't skip steps, just thought. Like, oh, we're going to skip this step and that's going to make this process easier. In what context is anything going to be easier if you're skipping steps? When you're wishing for something and you want something to come true, why? What are you wishing for? You know how much time I've spent, how many moments I've wasted thinking, oh my God, I wish this happened instead. I stopped living my life like that. Every day is another day. I go through it day by day, and whatever happens, I live with it and I move on. I don't get stuck in anything. I don't get stuck on people or emotions or time like that, because I don't have time to give to that. So when I ask God for things, it's because I really want it, or it's really important. I think the most important things in our life should be our family and those most closest to us in our inner circles. Just a thought. And when you wish for bad things or karma, maybe don't do it in a way where you're directly saying, I hope this happens. Because, when you do shit like that and you wish bad on the people, you most certainly get that shit back twofold before you can even think about it. Be careful what you're saying out loud. Be careful what you're wishing for, and actually ask for things that you actually need. Just a thought. Dude, when I think about the idea of updating a bathroom, part of me thinks put the jacuzzi in the tub and put like some new like sonic shower head thing that doesn't fuck up your hair with the shitty water. That's definitely a thought. Or, you want to change the tiles because you're sick of looking at the same color, but is there an easier way to do that? Probably. I also think like just maybe changing the sink and the mirror and the lights probably could make a difference, or maybe not even updating like stuff like that. You could literally just change like the bath mat or like the towels or like the color scheme in the bathroom or whatever the things you have on the sink, you could change that. You could add a painting in there or some type of like really authentic like artwork in there and really make it your own version of a paradise bathroom if you want. I think that would be like an easier way to change the bathroom, because anything when you're knocking anything out and you're adding shit on like that, unless you have like house expertise, I would not recommend that. And if you do want to do it, they have this app called Angie that you should go on and check out, where you can get somebody that knows how to do this stuff. You might want to ask a family member that actually knows how to update stuff like that, because you're going to have to go buy shit. You're going to have to take everything out and then put everything in there again. And that could take up a lot of time. So have a plan and go with it. I'm looking for easy peasy pumpkin squeezy. I'm looking for things that aren't going to take a lot of time and aren't going to drive me nuts. That's my go-to for options. Our hair routine. So I stopped buying a lot of crap to put in my hair. I stopped all of it. The curly stuff, the straight stuff. I just went whatever the shampoo at the salon that they gave me and the conditioner, and I just used that in my hair because I'm not so certain putting all this random shit in my hair that I don't actually know anything about is good for my hair. So I stopped doing it. My hair is healthy. It's back to its natural state. So it's like, it's curly. It's primarily curly. There's a little bit of a relaxer that's still at the ends, at the tips of it. But it's primarily curly. I basically just get it blown out every time I go to the salon. Between the blowing out and the coloring every 6 weeks that I do, I'm keeping it simple. So I'm not putting a lot of products in my hair. I don't want a lot of shit. I was doing, trying to think of the name of it, this curly stuff that I really thought was pretty decent. I really liked that. I'm trying to find the name of it. There's always Moeri, which always promotes, amazing. That's not it. What is it? I'm trying to find it. Is it Love Your Curls? No, I don't think it's Love Your Curls. I mean, that's a good option. I can't remember the name of it, but I used to put all this shit in my hair, and I used to think I needed all these products. I was basically like a product junkie for my hair, right? Especially with COVID, and then after COVID, and then I went through this wig phase where I just wanted to wear wigs, and I did all this ridiculous. And before that, I was going to this shitty hairdresser, and I convinced myself I needed to go back to this ridiculous one over and over and over again, and just I put myself through a miserable nightmare with that person. So now I just have an easy routine. I just use a couple of products. I don't use anything too irritating. And I don't want to. I don't want anything where I'm spending more money on hair things than I want to. Brad Mondo has a bunch of shit that's pretty decent that I might use in my hair. I follow him on YouTube, and I basically watch every video he makes. So, I mean, if I wasn't going to put something in my hair, it'd probably be from him, just because I probably trust him more. But honestly, any type of curly product, if I could actually figure out if the curly product worked, I feel like I'd try it. Right? I'm never opposed to trying things. It's just I feel like we don't know what's in the shit that you're putting in your hair, and you got to be very careful. You want things that are light on your hair. Don't put it in a really horrible state. You want things that are healthy. And it's difficult to find things that are actually good for you because everybody's trying to promote their own shit. And typically their own shit isn't good. So there's that. think the shit was called like Finity Beauty or something here. Something like that. I can't find it on my fucking email, but it looked decent. But I'm going to stick with my normal routine with just some like Philip something hair so I have one that's like the actual like conditioner, and then I have the shampoo. So I've been like switching out the conditioners, but I use the same shampoo and I just get the same shit over and over and over again. It's like a treatment shampoo. I've been doing that. Seems pretty decent. Intelligence is essential because the opposite of intelligence is not intelligence. And I feel like it should be essential because we need to be talking about smart things. Because, if we're not talking about smart things, are we promoting the idea of stupidity? We need to live in a world that doesn't question intelligence. And we need to be creating life beyond the earth. We need to be thinking about mathematical equations and creating things and inventing things that are going to make the world a better place for us to live in. And we can't do that by ignoring the fact that intelligence is necessary, that understanding and grade level and reading and writing and interpreting things at a higher level, at a higher rate, at a higher capacity, at a higher number is necessary for our ability to grow the way that we need to, or AI is going to surpass everything. Somebody at the beginning of this is going to be controlling it. And before this ends up being one of these Terminator movies where it can't be controlled anymore, which is coming soon, Elon Musk has admitted it. Don't we want to at least attempt to stay relevant before we aren't anymore? That's the idea of intelligence. We get to pretty much control that. Don't we want to do that until we can't do that anymore? Just thought. Bad intentions always lead to bad outcomes. If you go into something thinking, I don't know if this is going to happen, oh man, if you go in with a negative thought, you're most certainly going to get a negative reaction. Just certainly. Smile more. Because when you smile more, you're happy more. And when you're happy more, you're living more. Moving on from the main convo to watching things. So tonight was Monday, and we watched Monday Night Raw, and it fucking sucked. I don't know why, but we tried. Netflix is supposedly going up by $1, and people keep saying Netflix is going up, and then I keep seeing all these articles on Google that are like people are canceling Netflix. The only people that are canceling Netflix probably never had it, because I've been paying a higher rate for Netflix for like 2 years, and I don't even think about the shit. I just pay for it. So if you're at the point where you're really penny pinching for a fucking $1, then shut up about it and don't have it. Just a thought. Where are you going to watch all the crappy things? And everybody wants to cancel cable. And I'm the first one to say, like, I don't know about, like, some of these providers. And I wish we didn't have to deal with cable. But my husband, for some reason, likes it. Who knows why. But if you're not going to have cable, are you not going to have Netflix either? How can you complain about Netflix? Big Mistakes looks okay. Beef. I think that's a show about food. Trust Me, The False Prophet. Does that sound like something we want to watch? Have you guys heard of something called Bloodhounds? Ooh. Temptation Island. That's on Netflix. Age of Attraction. I think that's a dating show, but it sounds strange, but I still watch it. High Tides. We ended up watching, we watched all that wrestling this weekend, so that took up a predominant amount of time. We also watched all our other shows too. Hunting Party, the other shows we're looking at. We watched the rest of an episode today. We watched Dark Winds. We caught up on the other show too. The latest Hunting Party episode that we watched was very strange, but it was pretty good at the same time. There's so much on Netflix. There's so much on Hulu. There's so much on all these streaming services. I think that we're not really questioning what we're going to watch because we have so many options every day. So that makes it easy and better. But moving on from watching to eating. Today for lunch, I had this thing called bandada enchilada in our favorite Mexican restaurant, and it was pretty decent. Can't complain about that. Uh, I found this really cool Stanley mixer cup on the Stanley website, and I'm going to order like 5 of them. And I know I probably shouldn't do that because they cost $40 a piece, but we already know I'm addicted to Stanley cups, and I can't help it. We were in Target today, and I was like looking at the Stanley cups, and Skip was like, "You don't need any Stanley cups. Why do you need any Stanley cups?" I don't think he understands that I love Stanley cups. Like, I'm obsessed with cups, not just to collect them, but because I want to use them. And I have different colors, and at different points, I want to switch the color. Sometimes I want to have blue. Sometimes I want to have black. Sometimes I want to have cranberry. Sometimes I want to have pink. Sometimes I want a color. I'm still missing the blue and the bright green one that I want. So those are the two that I want next. And then I want a pink one, and I maybe want an orange one. I want variety in the colors. Honestly, we're going to find out, and we're going to see. But I'm obsessed with these cool shaker cups. Literally, you can put like the shaker mix at the bottom of the cup, which looks really cool to me. And the functionality of the cup has really got me intrigued, and I really want like at least 3 of them. Now I know it's ridiculous for me to think of spending $120 on cups, but if you could see the architecture of the cups, you'd understand why I want them. Is tavalo overpriced microwave food? Yes. But do I still want it? Yes. Why? I don't know. It's just the functionality of it, to be able to scan it and to be done with it and it all cook in one place, is very attractive to me. My husband compared it to like lean cuisine or like Stouffer meals or like meals that you put in a microwave. And he's probably correct. It's probably similar to that. But I still think that the quality of the things are very intriguing, and I'm very interested in it. Does that mean I'm going to get it? Probably not. But I like to at least consider it.
What the United States has said is, number one, Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. So all of our red lines flow from that fundamental premise.
A fundamental premise, Grace. No word from the Vice President about the chances of new face-to-face talks with Iran. He said, and I quote, "The ball is in their court."
But I don't know if it's worth it. Like right now, you can get basically the oven for 3 if you do, I think, 6 if you order the shit 6 different times. So I was thinking about just getting it and ordering it 6 times. Just because for me, I'm busy. Like I work all day and I work overtime. So I work more every day. I work longer hours and I work like late every day. When I'm done with work, I don't want to be thinking about dinner. I want to find shit that doesn't take a long time to make, and I just want to make it and be done, right? That's the entire reason why I had a meal prep service. This is why I try to find meal preps or just do salads, because it's easier for me to just make a salad or a meal prep than it is for me to like seriously take time and make shit, because I don't have time to do that. So honestly, at some point I'm probably going to get that Tavala. When? Who knows? Maybe at some point Skip will cave into me and just allow me to get it because I keep asking for it. But he pointed out he thinks it's like microwave food, and I can't help thinking he's right. So no meat Mondays and Fridays. Well, I messed up because we had chicken for dinner, but I think I want to do 2 to 3 days with no meat, and I think that's probably a greater idea. It's probably going to be 2, and maybe I can work myself into 3. But I think the less meat, the better, especially like red meat or bad meat for your body. Like I like fish and I like chicken, but I think if I could just remove red meat that I shouldn't be eating, I'll probably be in a better place.
When it comes to getting a deal from this regime, from Islamic Republic, the only deal that you can get from this government is just if you appease them, because they want to actually guarantee the lives and freedom of their own children and relatives in America. They can give up their values.
Is she right?
You know, I think Massey's absolutely right. There is no negotiating with this regime, and I actually disagree slightly with Aaron
I think that we should be making food easier. And no meat is easier because you can find vegetarian, vegan options everywhere. And you just could cook without putting the meat into it. You can't eat without having meat. You can't have fish as an alternative or seafood as an alternative to meat. And you don't always need to have chicken and beef or steak or shit like that. You could always sub it out. And for so long, for like at least 5 years, I was like vegan. So for me, it's strange eating meat. A lot of meat, it's still strange for me, but I do it. But I'm always tempted to just be like, I'm just done with it entirely. And I do think that I'm better off not consuming it as much because it's better for my body for me not to eat it. But it's difficult because I'm married to someone and he's not vegan with me. So like whatever I'm eating, he's eating, and it's just awkward. But I'm not blaming him, like, but I don't think he's ever going to be at a point where he's just going to be willing to give up meat and eat like grilled cheeses for the rest of his life. I could do it. I don't think he can. White cheddar, spinach, and chicken burgers. Does that sound like something you guys would want to eat? I feel like yes. Anyways, it is Monday, a fun day, a wonderful day, a wonderful opportunity for us to celebrate being married. Thank you for tuning in to this Monday edition of Born to Be a Star. Recognize that you are a star wherever you are. In the light, in the darkness, you are the light. The one thing that defeats the darkness is the light. You are the beginning, the middle, and the end, omnipresent, just like Jesus Christ. The one thing that can change the world is when we believe that we can. I see that light in you, and I hope you see that light in me. I'll see you guys same place, same time tomorrow on Born to Be a Star. Hello, goodbye, good morning, good night, and ciao. See you tomorrow.